My thing is like, don't play Cardi B if you don't want me to twerk, you know?
Yeah, there are times where I played Cardi B
I think we're
and
do the intro.
you'd twerk. Oh, sorry. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the TMZ podcast.
Afternoon edition.
Afternoon edition.
I'm Eric Wilson.
You know, we should have a brunch edition as well. Should we add a brunch edition?
Look, we're already stretching it with this afternoon edition. You guys are already stretched thin. I don't think brunch is going to help us out here.
I've also felt like eating on the podcast might be a fun thing to do. What do you think? Because like I had some snacks out there and I wanted to be eating them, and I can't do it while
Well, that's a mukbang. This
people
is a
don't like
podcast.
ASMR, right?
TMZ podcast after dark.
Mukbang?
Oh, after dark. Why does that have to be after dark?
After dark. That'd be fun.
I just thought it was. I don't
Or
know.
Back in the
we
box?
should do it on the TMZ After Dark tour.
Yeah, we're
Live podcast
Dude,
from the back of the bus.
We're losing them.
We're losing them. Let's
losing
get
them.
into the stories here
So we
today.
have a few stories for you today. We actually had so many stories that we had to put one on the
we
ground.
threw some away.
But we're going to start with Kim Zolciak, breaking news.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't spoken about Kim Zolciak in a while.
Yeah,
Kim, that whole drama.
Kim and Croy were pretty big headlines with us for a while.
Yeah.
Kim Zolciak was stripped of custody of her 4 minor children until she sits for a therapy session. So she has temporarily lost custody of her children until she completes this therapy session. A Georgia judge ordered she must complete 4 parent therapy sessions before regaining access to her kids. These are the kids she shares with Croy. He will get custody starting April 3rd. Is that today? That's today.
It's today.
And the earliest possible date for reunification is April 13th, meaning she has to, the earliest she can get them back is by the 13th, and she has to complete that obviously before the 13th.
And this ruling, it comes after Croy Bierman filed for sole custody of their 4 minor children.
Can we just read so this is like a timeline of events here, and I think it just plays out
I was about to read those.
very crazily. Yeah, no, okay, sorry, good.
No, you're good. I was going into.
No, I know.
Just so you know,
I just want to preface it that this is just like the way this builds up.
Yeah, no.
It's very like, oh, this makes sense. Why this happened.
Exactly. So in this filing, Croy alleges that Zolciak had missed court-ordered therapy sessions that were already scheduled to take place before by a judge. She had been out of the country for 2 weeks. She had only seen the children one night during that period. During that visit, one child was actually bitten by a dog.
That's since like you get your kid for one night, and the night you get them.
So
they're attacked by a dog.
How old are these children? Because
they're all minors, obviously, hence
but how old?
Custody. I don't know. The full quote, obviously Kim is denying the allegations. She's pushed back publicly. Her statement is, these accusations are completely false and nothing more than a deliberate attempt by Croy to defame my character. I spent 5 weeks away working on 2 TV shows to support my family and make sure my children are cared for, something I will never apologize for. I refuse to be bullied or have lies twisted into a narrative about who I am. I will not stay silent. The truth is on my side, and it will come to light no matter how hard anyone tries to bury it.
So they have 6 children.
Yeah.
6 children.
The one is on that New York show, Next Gen, right?
Right. One's 14, one's 13, one's 12. But one is also
13, 14. Wow, they were
right. Exactly.
busy few years for them.
Exactly. Then they have Brielle, who's 27, and Ariana, who's 24, which both of them were adopted. So. Wow, that's a lot of children. We've seen both sides of Kim and Croy. We've seen body cam footage. I have been studying this couple for years.
And why is there always a dog bite attack in this?
I don't know.
I feel like the dogs. There was like in their old neighborhood before they moved, there was a dog that always got out and was attacking neighbors.
Right.
So maybe they should just end it with the dogs, Biermans, and Zolciaks. No more dogs for you guys. Focus on the kids. But that's where that stands right now. So hopefully she goes to these sessions and everything goes well.
She's been dragged through the mud as well by Croy about accusations against her for gambling.
Yeah.
They live in separate parts of the home. They were trying to sell the home for a long time. Yeah. That was a very, very long ordeal. They had to slash the price. The bank was threatening to take it. And they couldn't leave the home. They couldn't afford to leave the home. They were just staying at the house. And they had separate parts of the home that they were living in.
Imagine you're so poor, you're stuck living in a mansion.
Right. So you make exactly. It's a weird thing.
Like that's such a
You've
weird
made
thing
so much
to
money,
think about.
but you've also poorly managed your money.
Yeah.
We know also that they've been sued by at least one credit card company for unpaid debts as well.
And to both their credit, like Croy got a normal job. He's like works at a construction place or something like that. And she's out here trying to, do every show she possibly can because I don't know what other skill sets she has. What did she do before Atlanta?
Does anybody in here know what she's done before Real Housewives?
Yeah.
Obviously, Croy was in the NFL.
So she's just been a housewife, I guess.
But the thing
I don't
is,
want to discredit whatever she did.
is that like when I look at this whole situation and everybody comment what you think, in my opinion, this is the product of somebody who just had it all for so long.
Mhm.
The limelight, dopamine, it's a
Yeah.
real thing. And then when it all starts to fade, go away, you just start fighting for what's next and you just hope you can get back to that. And that's what I think she's doing. She cannot just give it up. She can't give it up. She wants to be in the spotlight. She wants to do what she used to do, but she can't just go and get a real job. Like, why can't she just go get a real job for a little bit?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
That might have been the most well thought out thing you've ever said on this podcast.
Oh, thank you.
So I just want to give you credit
Thank
because I
you.
know we were getting dragged yesterday.
Yeah. My mom's
but,
listening.
Shout out to Brent's mom. But
Thank you.
I
Thank you, Eric.
totally agree with that take. And
Thank
I
you,
think
Eric.
that's what happens when people get too rich, life gets easy, and then it gets hard all of a sudden, and you have no idea how to.
So, guys,
adjust.
I looked it up. Apparently, she was a nurse before.
A nurse, okay.
Okay,
cool.
so there you go. She has something to fall back
Go back
on.
to nursing, right?
But like, do you want, and I'm not saying she's unstable. I'm just saying that based on what I've seen, would they take her back in an emergency?
I mean, I didn't watch Housewives, and I've seen the body cam footage. Is she just unstable around Croy? Is what Croy sets her off? Because everyone has an ex that you're just like,
Yeah.
I want to stab you in the neck.
Have you seen the footage, the body cam footage? I believe it was the last one
In
that,
the
that
house
we
and
got.
stuff?
There's those, but there's the one where they show up to the house and Croy is outside,
Yeah.
just in a manic episode saying,
Because there was a battle of like,
we have no money. We
could-
have
he,
no money.
He wouldn't let her in the house. They couldn't take his stuff. All this other kind of stuff.
But
So
he was
it's always been a
yelling
mess.
like a panic.
Yeah.
Like it's like it looked like a guy who had been just defeated. Like
I mean,
you
it
say
was hard
we're
going for them
broke,
for a while.
and you continue to go out and gamble our money away. Allegedly, gamble. People
trying to
can't
make
put
a
it
point
down
here about something.
Well, we'll keep you updated.
Yeah.
Hopefully, she can get her kids back and see them. I think this is a kick in the pants that she needs.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. Blake Lively. I almost don't want to jump back into this because of how yesterday we tried our best to report on this.
Listen,
There's a lot of
yesterday
facts, okay?
it was breaking. The report was literally coming out of the printer as we were stepping into the room. Okay, so we weren't as well informed as we should have been.
or we didn't
but we
tell
didn't
it in
get
the
the-
right way.
We were just all over the place because we had the information in front of us that we were getting handed. Anyway, we have
Right.
some more updates for you today, and it's much more informed. I'm going to hand it over to my friend Branson here.
Okay, sounds good. Blake Lively, she's now firing back at Justin Baldoni's team because they've been gloating ever since the lawsuit got
This was
dropped.
a win for him.
It's a big win. I mean, so the bulk of the entire lawsuit was dropped. The sexual harassment is now completely off the table.
10 out of 13.
10 out of 13 claims.
Yeah.
The 3 that remain are only in terms of retaliation. And as you know, she wanted $100 million from Justin Baldoni because of this. Does Justin Baldoni even have $100 million?
I highly
Seriously.
doubt that. Can you
I
look
saw
up his
that.
net worth.
Somebody look up Justin Baldoni's net worth, which is probably not even accurate. But so the full quote of Blake's legal team firing
this
back.
isn't even the full quote. The full quote came in through an email, and it was like 14 pages. So
Right. Well, this is a section of the quote because we could sit here forever. But the full quote had to bring in another law firm for the trial, and just last week was reprimanded by the court for having filed legally frivolous claims. So they're criticizing Brian Friedman, which is Justin Baldoni's lawyer, suggesting that he misunderstood the ruling and noting prior issues in the case. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say this correctly, but it all comes down to where this happened, allegedly. New Jersey.
Yeah, also, they're saying that she was an independent contractor on this film, and that some of those claims are invalid if you're an independent contractor and don't actually work for the company that you're suing, which would be way fair in this case.
According to I don't even know how to say his name incorrectly. This is Lively's attorney. According to Gottlieb, the judge narrowed down the case to its central allegations, which include Lively speaking out about what she believed sexual harassment was on set. She allegedly suffered retaliation that damaged her reputation. Her lawyer claims the court found sufficient evidence that Lively believed she experienced, quote, unlawful sexual harassment from Baldoni and producer Jamie Heath. He also stated that the court found evidence that Baldoni, Heath, and Wayfarer Studios understood her claims of sexual harassment allegations. They then allegedly crossed the line in their response, harming her reputation and career. He also emphasized that retaliation claims are the beating heart of this lawsuit, the central beating heart.
And then she goes on to say the court's ruling that Miss Lively state and federal harassment claims could not go to trial was about the legal issues rather than the endorsement of the defendant's conduct. The court held that Miss Lively's sexual harassment claims could not go to jury because Miss Lively did not sign a contract, that she is an independent contractor, that's what I just said, instead of an employee, and that the offensive conduct occurred in New Jersey instead of California, which is what you said and what we said yesterday. And the fact that Brian Friedman is claiming exoneration based on legal technicalities while facing trial next month tells you everything you need to know. And Gottlieb and Lively's full team, and obviously Baldoni and Brian Friedman and his team, they're gearing up for this trial here. And as far as we can tell, obviously, again, big win yesterday for Justin and his team, but both sides think they're winning in this trial.
Now,
and this is what I meant yesterday by saying both sides are losers, because at the end of the day, this could come down to a last-minute settlement. This could come down to one of them losing or winning, but I just don't see either of them coming out as winners in this.
Yeah, I mean, it's impossible for me to look at them differently.
Yeah,
it's just that there's been so much that I'd have to read probably thousands of pages for each of them just to make a decision on this whole thing.
I think they both, after this trial's done and the dust is settled, they just need to both go away for a while.
Yeah, well,
because I feel like both of them could have good careers still.
I was going to ask the comments.
Do you think they will, though? Do you think they will?
I
That's
believe,
the thing, based on this, it gives me the idea that whoever wins is going to come out gloating. Whoever loses is going to come out still attacking the other person, and it's just never going to end. And
both will be just fine. Okay, both are just going to be fine. They're both going to move on from this. Blake Lively will be quicker than Justin Baldoni, I believe. Yeah. She's going to recover because she's the big star. She has Ryan Reynolds on her side. Justin Baldoni has a lot of new supporters now, though, so he'll also recover in his own way. It'll just be timing.
It's hard to even tell who has more supporters at this point.
No, seriously.
Seriously. And people go back and forth. People are wavering. And, I guess we'll see when the dust settles and this trial happens. When is it? May 13th?
In May. Yeah, they'll be back in May. So really quick, tomorrow morning, I know we're live right now. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Two Angry Men releases our new episode of Harvey Levin and Mark Garagos talking all about this. And they are extremely smart.
If you want real experts.
If you want some real expert legal analysis of this case.
We just read what's on the paper.
Guys that know the people involved in this case. Mark Garagos, best friends with Brian Friedman. He gives a great analysis of it. We already shot it today. It was fascinating. So if you want to hear a great breakdown, 10 a.m. tomorrow. And they also talk about Tiger Woods as well. So if you're interested in that, Two Angry Men tomorrow at 10 a.m., Spotify, YouTube, Apple.
Fun fact, Brian Friedman was also really good friends with JFK Jr.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great fact. Thank you.
There you go.
Moving on to our final story of today, Tekashi 6ix9ine is out of jail.
Tekashi 6ix9ine's
out of federal prison after a 3-month stint. So he was released from federal prison after serving a 90-day sentence at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. That's the worst place to be, by the way. That's where Diddy was.
Yep.
His release was confirmed by his attorney, Lance Lazaro, in the Bureau of Prisons, and captured on video. So here's the video of him
he's
being
very
released.
Happy.
He's got a SpongeBob with him.
So he had the SpongeBob signed by Nicolas Maduro.
Who?
Oh.
I'm going to get trashed for that. Aren't I?
You're going to get trashed for that one.
I'm forgetting who this name. I deal with a lot of names all day long. Who?
He was the Venezuelan
president.
Oh, that guy.
Sorry,
that guy.
President. Yeah.
Or not kidnapped, arrested from, I guess, kidnapped from his home and arrested. He's also serving time in MDC.
Wait, what is he doing on the ground there with the game?
That's jewelry. He got some, obviously he had to get diamond up before he leaves the belt. That's
How is he so rich? Where does his money come from?
I have no idea.
His security detail must cost all of his money per year.
So we had Maduro sign the SpongeBob. Obviously, this is also where Diddy was. This is where Luigi Mangione is. I don't know if he had any Luigi interactions. We should ask him.
We should. And by the way, if you don't know why he was in that 3-month stint, he was serving time for probation violations, including possession of cocaine and MDMA. What is MDMA again? In terms of like street words?
Psychedelic drug.
Okay. And then these violations were tied to his ongoing supervised release from a prior federal case. This guy's always
So here's my favorite part about this whole story. And I don't know if this is more of a fun fact for the people at home. If your release date falls on a holiday or a weekend holiday, or a holiday weekend, like Easter's this weekend, Passover, you're released the last weekday of that. So his release date was actually tomorrow.
Oh.
Because it's a holiday weekend, he's released today. So that's a fun fact. If you're ever arrested and the judge is like, here's your date, be like, can we get it around Christmas? And then maybe get it a few days earlier.
And
you're in home time for Christmas.
Have you seen Trailer Park Boys?
Not like
on Netflix.
All of it. But
the funny part about the show is that they hate leaving jail because they have so much fun in jail. So like when the holidays come around, it's like the best time of the year. So when they come to get them at Christmas time, Ricky's like, I'm not going. The cops had to drag Ricky out of jail.
MDC is no joke. And 6ix9ine seems like he had a ball.
But wasn't he a big snitch and he has to watch himself all the time?
Very
dangerous for him to go to jail.
That,
Very dangerous for him to go to jail.
He made it.
I would have put him in isolation for
90 days.
So, Branson, you were asking about what's on the ground there. So we put up a story on our website, guys. You know that's nearly 400 carats diamonds.
400 carats.
Yes.
And they're just driving around with it like it's no big deal.
It's the flowers are 165 carats around emerald and marquise cut diamonds. The line
waiting
is it 3D printed or is it real?
Jail.
Say what was that?
Just waiting for you outside.
Yeah,
the jail.
Well, how much do you think that's worth?
Insane.
Somebody look it up.
We wrote it on our site. I believe. Hold on.
We're gonna bring up the price of that necklace that he's wearing, because 160 carats,
400 carats.
Never even seen that in my life.
Actually, don't say sorry, guys. It's nearly 4 pounds though.
Oh wait, but somebody look it up. I want to know. I want to know how much it costs.
How much is 400 carats worth of diamonds worth?
We're getting the answer here. Man, these iPhones, man, they are just not it. Never ask Siri anything, dude. It doesn't ever answer you. We're going to bring up comments here in a second.
How much is 400 carats worth of diamonds worth?
Oh, depends on how clean they are. All right, so we're not just going to sit here in silence.
They keep picking your fucking voice up.
So here's the deal. It's worth between $120,000 to $20 million.
What is that range?
Because diamonds, depending on how they're cut,
the clarity, the color.
If it's pure, doubt it's $20 million, by the way. And they're probably just going to drop it off at the rental place in a way.
Me and you are not jewelry watch guys or anything like that.
I'm wearing a Coors Light shirt.
Yeah, that's true. I'm wearing a Go Phils, baby.
Nice. All right, well, let's move on to the comments. We got to get out of here. It's a what?
$1
million. Okay, cool. Good for him.
Looks right.
Krista says, I do feel really bad for this whole family. As someone who's watched from the beginning, they've really spiraled downhill. Talking about Kim and Croy. Yeah.
They were talking about us.
I agree. I mean, I felt really bad for him. Go watch that body cam footage of him screaming about how he's just at the end of his life here with her. Any more comments? He's not going to give us... Come on. He's not giving us more because they're probably crap comments.
What are they? Give us...
Wait, we have the segment. Bad comments.
Give us the meanest comment.
Give us the meanest comment.
It's from CMC756 who says, horrible take. You guys are dumb. I think they're referring to your Croy take.
Okay.
We'll never know.
Good for you, man. Is there another take?
Anything else?
Any more hate comments?
No more haters.
By the way, leave
Friday
us some more hate comments.
Yeah, we love them.
We actually read them. We read all of them, by the way.
Where we share your hate comments. So please help us have more fun.
We do share the hate comments with each other over the weekend, and it's like a competition.
We see them.
It's a competition of who gets the worst comments.
Yeah, it's better when we're evenly hated. So
hey, maybe the worst hate comment gets a free T-shirt with one of our faces on it.
Oh, or just a TMZ T-shirt that me and you will sign.
We sign it,
but we don't know cursive because we're dumb.
Exactly.
You know cursive?
No, I could not sign
kidding.
cursive. Can anybody in here? They all are like, what is this, like 17, 15? You guys are like writing like the Declaration of Independence or something?
Oh my God.
Come on.
You never learned cursive in middle school?
Middle school?
Yeah, that's where
our intern was in middle school like a few years ago.
Anyway, all right. Well, everybody have a good weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
And let us know what you're doing this weekend.
Happy Passover.
Yeah, it's Good Friday today.
Good Friday.
By the way.
It's a great Friday because you're listening to the TMZ podcast.
You have to take that up with the man upstairs after that one. See you later.